Grace and peace, family. Grace and peace. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. My hotel. Namaste. Free the land, beloved. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. This is your sister with the curly braids, Vicki Dillard, and I'm so pleased to be with you here on my own channel at VickiDillard.tv. Yes, yes, yes. I know some of you over the years are used to seeing me on other platforms that I've helped to build over the years. So obviously, when you don't see me there, you want to know what's happening. So please, family, let everybody know that if they want to see me live, they can come here to my channel at VickiDillard.tv, which we are giving more of our attention to. Yes, you're going to see me on other platforms still, but there are going to be changes on other platforms you're used to seeing me on. And of course, more programming announcements are coming in the near future. But for now, I always like to make that announcement to let everybody know that they can watch me here a couple of times a week, going live when they want to see their dear sister go live each week. Family, I'm not going to be before you long, but I will be strong. I popped up on you, didn't I, on this good Sunday. And it doesn't matter, of course, when you're watching this, even if you're watching the replay, beloved, make sure you tune in, make sure you listen closely, beloved, and make sure that you engage, because everything I say is always important. It's always timeless. Talk black to me. Are y'all hearing me today? So don't just move along, because of course there's a certain type of energy when you go live, but you need to be focused on the knowledge and the information I'm giving you, and of course absorb it and see how you can implement it in your own day-to-day life practically. And for God's sake, be sure to share it with somebody else. Beloved, don't play with me. Don't sit up here and give all the mainstream legacy news outlets all this attention, causing their content to go live for some madness for their kingdoms and systems and empires that have come to an end. But you think you're doing your sister with the curly braids a favor, when you reluctantly and sloppily and lazily share every now and then. Talk black to me. I'm talking about for those of you that it applies. If that don't apply, you don't let that hurt your feelings. But I'm also a mother. I have a mother in spirit. So we got to get this together, because when you're at war, you're supposed to be spreading the knowledge and the information. Talk black to me, somebody. And supporting people who are part of speaking on your behalf. And I keep telling you that media is warfare. Is that right, family? It certainly is. Now, family, I want to start with this, because I titled today's broadcast in one about I titled today's broadcast because I put a post up and I slightly changed the title of the post. So that's the reason why I was reluctant to say that, right then. But I titled today's broadcast, Democrat Senators Accused of Proposing Legislation to Replace Black Americans with Migrants. Now, I always like to give the disclaimer, and this is so ridiculous, but because I'm in media and because my message is spread on multiple platforms with different types of people with different types of agendas. So y'all that's out there wondering why in the world of mainstream media folks worried about what Vicki says, baby, they try to take your words and flip them and turn them and do all kinds, of word acrobatics with what we say. So I'm being very clear, because I know there are multiple agendas happening at the same time. So that disclaimer is that the sweetest, kindest people on the planet are Black Americans. We were the ones who had just come up from chattel slavery, still under different forms of Black codes, barely out of convict leasing, but under a new form of oppression known as Jim Crow. And right during the 60s, when y'all say y'all give us a little right to vote, finally, rights to vote, a right to vote, and civil rights in the same decades in the 60s, guess what else took place in the 60s? A major immigrant piece of legislation that passed. Guess who served as the impetus for that immigrant legislation to pass in the same decade, around the same time that Black folks first got their rights to vote and civil rights? We did. So we're absolutely uncheckable. Somebody put hashtag uncheckable in the chat. I don't even need to say that, but I just say that for the silly billies out there. The people that love a lie, the people that believe in abusive relationships. What do you mean, Vicki? The moment you start to stand up for yourself and say, my God, today we gave all our Black blood. Y'all ate our body parts. We built America. We created America. We are the engine. We gave the blueprint. We gave our free labor. We gave our unmatched intellectual property. And y'all still stealing and killing and trying to destroy. So the moment we wake up and smell the begonias after centuries, and we say centuries because how many of you all know that we were here before America was officially and formally America? Talk black to me. We were doing the thing long beforehand. So now that we finally woke up and smelled the begonias and we saying, no, we done helping all y'all and not doing enough for us. Now you all are saying that we are aggressive. You're saying we're hateful, and you got the nerve, like the devil you are, to call us racist. Ninja. God, today. Ninja, 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 ninja. You got the nerve to try to flip the script and tell black folks that we're hateful and we're racist because we're no longer going on with your agenda, because we realize, well, we ought to probably put ourselves first if we're still asking after hundreds of years why we at the back of the line and legal and illegal immigrants are in the front of the line. White Afghans are in the front of the line. Ukraine with their anti-black Nazi selves are in the front of the line. Foreign governments over there in the Middle East that train your police, that influences every area of American society. We have been unduly influenced on all levels by a foreign government. All of those people are first. They get something to say before us. We're seeing all this legislation, these proposals, and all this stuff going on in Congress where they're trying to say, all of a sudden, y'all are sitting up here saying, wait, hold up. Wait, hold up. There's a resurgence in anti-Semitism. What? Y'all gave the AAPI community, both the Democrats and Republicans overwhelmingly passed legislation during COVID to give Asians protections because they said that they was experiencing discrimination during COVID more than normal. Then aside from the legislation, which they didn't need Congress for this, the Democrat Congress and president helped the Asians in 1 year's time to real slick like schemed, I said schemed, to redirect $50 million that was already in the government. So they didn't need the Republicans for that. They needed the Republicans to give them the legal protections, the anti-Asian discrimination law. But without the need for Republicans, the Democrats, with their slick self, they came up with an ingenious way to redirect $50 million that was already in the government to just the Asian community. All of this in about 1 year's time during COVID. They said to help their businesses because they said their businesses were suffering, and then to give them specific legal legislation because they claimed they were dealing with discrimination. We found out later that really statistically their numbers were unchanged in some areas, and they had to go back and modify the numbers and change them back because the original numbers in some places was incorrect. And even still, with all of the changes combined collectively, Black Americans are still the number one group that's being targeted and terrorized. Y'all sitting up here holding hearings with folks sitting there giving proposed possible what if they try to take out the German, the people that was under Hitler in America, AIPAC and them and stuff. Y'all know what I'm talking about. What if on college campuses they talk about taking them out? Ninja, that would be, if they took action to do that, that would be wrong. There is y'all out here with all of these hypotheticals and indirect questioning, eating up, using our taxpayer dollars, holding hearings in Congress, but you haven't done that for Black Americans. When did this lily white Congress heads hold a hearing holding Israel accountable a few years ago for saying that Black youth in America are a threat to their country? A foreign government high-level counsel, a high-level government official speaking on behalf of her country said youth, Black youth, not Hispanic youth, not Asian youth, not white youth. They specifically said during the meeting that Black American youth was a threat to their country. Did we get any of this outrage from Congress? Did we keep giving them billions of our very Black taxpayer dollars and killing machines in our name? When did the denouncing, did the Congressional Black Caucus with their weak, ineffective selves, when did they denounce Israel? Instead, they flew over there to Israel and started posing with Netanyahu at a time where even Biden wasn't meeting with them. But now we getting all these hearings where they talking about, oh, anti-Semitism is on the rise. Why am I bringing it up? Just like with the AAPI community, they got their legislation under the Democrats, and they got some money for 1 year. Them folks are still getting unbelievable benefits, and the very people that are crying about discrimination are the ones that Black folks spent their lives and shed their blood to deliver from Hitler. But then they turn around and call our Black leaders anti-Semitic. But then we can prove to you in no limit of time that you were included in the slave trade and that you and your people benefited. Today, still, today. But then one of the presidents of the colleges that stepped down was a Black woman. Why is y'all better, Black family, are we getting this kind of action? One of the reports I read, I think, was it about $100 million that them folks threatened to pull from one of the colleges? So all of a sudden, these different presidents, even from some of the Ivy League schools, stepped down. But I thought y'all said y'all don't have influence in government and in colleges and in arts and entertainment and stuff and banks and stuff. I thought y'all said that it would be wrong to say that they have undue influence. But in a matter of 5 minutes after a hearing, top level presidents from colleges and universities stepped down because they didn't answer the question good enough. And the only people that we can show that's wildly under attack in America and our Black brothers and sisters around the world, that's undeniable by all statistics and stats. Every demographer, every statistician proves in no limit of time. And even the own FBI admits that the number one terrorist threat in the United States are white, racist organizations. And the number one target is still Black folks. Black folks, we can play it around this piece. We can play. We talk about all these people and all this stuff going on, the evidence, the facts show that it's us that's the still and everybody has been against us. Everybody that say that they under attack, everybody that says that they are a special group, everybody that says that they are a special religious person, but we can still show in every group that no matter what your religion is, we can point to the white supremacy. And then when we point to your white supremacy, you turn around and bring up your religion. God, today, we say, no, let's not talk about religion. Somebody said, we don't even talk about that. See, when we tell you we don't want to talk about your religion, you get mad and try to force the religion on us because you know you want to hide behind that. But the most spiritual and religious group of people on the planet are us. So you can't pimp us with that. It's fool. Fool, who you pimping? Who you trying to pimp? The most loving, kind people? Black folks who died because they went to go eat at the same restaurants, died because they tried to vote, died because they used the same toilet. And some of y'all ate us. Some of y'all ate us. Y'all ate us. Your mamas and daddies ate us. That's up in your DNA, and you made up of that. Up some particle. And Adam and cell of yours, it's got some of that us in it. They ate it. Part of their essence. Ate us. was fighting over our black men's phalluses. Crucified black women. 2. Some of you ninjas out here sitting up here talking about Calvary, Calvary wasn't meant for him or wasn't meant for me. Y'all talk about Jesus crucified on Calvary, but there's a Calvary in Oklahoma. There's Calvaries in Mississippi, Calvaries in Alabama, Calvaries in Tennessee, Calvaries in Texas. Hit that thumbs up button, share, share, share. That's the Calvary I'm talking about. I know you Christians getting mad at me. Talk black to me. But you got to ask yourself how you sit up here talking about a cross that you hadn't seen from 2,000 years ago. But you don't know the name of the one that was crucified in your backyard. They done tricked you to think that you honoring your ancestors is demonic with your silly self. That's the Calvary I know about for sure. God, today. No, that ain't in no history book. Vicki downloaded and channeled that revelation some years back, and I'm going to keep talking about it. Calvary is here. Vicki, get to your point. Everybody be sure to hit that thumbs up button, share, 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 mark your calendars. In just a few weeks, it's going down January 2nd. Are y'all ready for January 2nd? January 2nd is my 45th birthday. And in celebration, I am officially launching my new spiritual school. I've had several spiritual schools, Vicki University, Vicki Club Vicki, which I am no longer a part of. Got some legal stuff going on with that collaboration and stuff. But I have my own monthly mastermind that's officially launching January 2nd called the Vicki Dillard Mystery School. I'll put the link above. Go to my website. Make sure you're on my email list. So the moment it's live, you can go there. It's only $45 in celebration of my birthday, beloved. You need to tell you and your family, friends, and loved ones to tap in. Why is it called the Vicki Dillard Mystery School? Do you all know that some of the ancient high-level practitioners, prophetesses, sorceresses, and other highly magical individuals that held power in government in every area of society and had access to the supernatural realms were black women such as the Sibyls. They had a unique order, and they had things that were known as temples where sacred knowledge was taught there. Now, I'm not saying I'm teaching specific stuff like they did, but I'm saying in like manner, some of the knowledge that I'm going to be teaching you needs to be in a sacred environment. Do you understand? So some of their temples, in fact, some of you all that talk about the book of Revelation in particular, when we talk about the apocalyptic stage and so forth, which represents things of end times, we're told that those 7 churches that they discuss and those that were persecuted, we were told that those were 7 different churches, and these were people that were being persecuted for Jesus' sake. Isn't that what we were told in Sunday school, family? Talk black to me, somebody. No, but guess what? Guess what? Those 7 churches were not 7 churches from Christian churches suffering from this man named Jesus. Everybody hit that thumbs up, thumbs up. They renamed those things into 7 churches, but there was actually 7 temples that belonged to these black prophets known as Sibyls. But also, it was known amongst the so-called Egyptian or black Kemetic orders that they had particular temples, yes, and then also ancient Isis temples, which actually Isis, Ishtar, and a couple of the other names were also variations of some of the Sibyls. They had many other names as well, but they were actually part of the blueprint of some of the temple orders that these black Sibyls had. Again, it was not unusual in terms of some of the things that some of you may be familiar with in terms of Egyptian temples and the Isis temples. Well, beloved, I want you, they were known as mystery schools, is my point. So I want you all to understand that the Vicki Dillard Mystery School is what we're going to be tapped into. Why? Because that's the best thing that you can do right now in a world that has a changing of the guards happening right before our face. The world order is changing. And you, beloved, are supposed to be the new world rulers. Talk black to me. Did you hear what I said? You are supposed to be the new world rulers. But in order for you to properly rule, you have to first be properly tapped in spiritually. Why? Because everything you see came from everything you can't see. So that's the spiritual realm. You must first do sufficient investment, sufficient shaping of the invisible world in order to have greater agency and greater manifestation of the outside world. Talk black to me. Are y'all hearing me? So you know your scientists now proving no limited time that everything you see came from everything you can't see. Somebody say, duh. Our philosophers, our ancients knew that long ago. But now that science proves it, some of y'all feel real good about it now. But some of us don't need to take that long because we're waiting for some white scientist to prove what we've always known. So this is what the Vicki Dillard Mystery School is about. If you spend appropriate time shaping the spiritual world, that means that the outcome of the spiritual world is new types of manifestation in the 3D. Yes? So be sure to join my email list. It's pinned above at VickiPlanet.com. That's VICKI planet.com. That way, the moment that it goes live, I want you all to be able to sign up right then and there. Again, it's only going to be $45 a month. Your life will never be the same. You're going to see all the yummy benefits that you're going to get, access into some of my special courses for low prices, discounted prices, and for a handful of you, some of you will actually get in for nothing because you're connected to our school. We're going to have an entire community for you to engage in on a regular basis. I mean, it's going to be absolutely amazing. We're so excited. Again, January 2nd. Don't forget to mark your calendars and make sure you're on my email list. That's how you're going to make sure that you're notified in just a few weeks. Okay. Thank you. I see y'all in the chat. Now, Vicki, get to where you're going. This clip that I want to show you real quick is under the Copyright Act of 1976. This is Senator Dick Durbin. I won't go there. What, Vicki, don't go there, please. He's rightly named. Okay. Dick Durbin is a senator. Yes. How many of y'all know who Dick Durbin is? Dick Durbin is a senator. Is that right? But he's not the senator of just any state. Dick Durbin is a senator of Illinois. Am I right, family? Well, my Illinois family, to make sure I'm getting my information correct. Is Dick Durbin one of y'all senators in Illinois, family? Okay, Willie Lee said yes. Yes, Chicago. Linda said happy birthday. Thank you, precious, but my birthday is January 2nd. So we know what's going on in Illinois. Isn't Chicago in Illinois? Aren't Black Chicagoans giving all of Chicago this everlasting work over illegal immigration and giving zillions of dollars? Bill, Vicki Dillard, you have some of the most beautiful, bubblicious lips, Lord Jesus. Y'all, the Lasha. Thank you. Thank you, precious. Thank you. Thank you, beloved. So I want y'all to pay attention. Bryce said, I'm so glad to catch you live. Yes, beloved. Y'all hit that thumbs up button, share, share, share. I want you to see, when you hear this statement, I want you to hear what Dick Durbin, a long time Congress, he's a senior senator. He's been there, I think, since the 90s. Is that right? Now, it's no accident that Black Chicagoans are rising up, suing their government, showing up to all of the political meetings and stuff, giving everybody that everlasting work. Y'all making sure y'all shutting down all this stuff they trying to do to give billions and millions of more dollars to illegal immigrants while Black homeless folks are in 15-degree weather. I did a piece on that the other day. While Black homeless vets can't get services and benefits, while Black mothers and families, because they don't have affordable housing, was forced to move to another state, while they're making sure they're giving all kind of vouchers and benefits and reparations to illegals. Talk black to me, somebody. So y'all don't keep that in mind when you're watching what you're getting ready to hear from Senator Dick Durbin from Illinois. It's no accident that he's talking like this. And it's no accident that the migrant crisis is outrageous there and among other places. Of course, we see this all over the country, but we know for sure that Chicago has really taken the stage. Talk black to me, somebody. Watch this. Let's see if I can get the volume.
With the southern border is it is one half.
Hold on.
What troubles me about the debate now about the southern border is it is one half of the immigration equation. Yes, we need order at the border. Yes, we need to have changes in the laws that reflect the reality of the overwhelming numbers from all over the world who are coming to our shores and our border. But there's also an incredible demand for legal immigration into this country even now. Presiding officer, my colleague from the state of Illinois, has legislation which addresses one aspect of that. Her bill, and I hope I describe it accurately, says that if you're an undocumented person in this country and you can pass the physical and the required test, background test, the like, you can serve in our military, and if you do it honorably, we will make you citizens of the United States. Do we need that?
I know y'all say Vicki is so much. They say her jewelry is so much, her hair is so much, her studio is so much. Her everything is about Vicki is just so much. You think that I'm embellishing stuff, the news. Did you hear him say, what's another word, family, for undocumented? Undocumented means illegal criminal. I know they don't like to use those words that they would quickly and easily apply to Black folks in America. But when you're undocumented, that means you broke federal and state laws to get here. Illegal means criminal. Illegal means criminal. Illegal means you broke the law to get here. You've got senators that's sitting up here saying the people that violated federal law, that committed a crime that ain't Black in America, we're going to clean up their record by giving them legal status. And the people that violated the law, we're going to let them serve in the military. Now, forgive me, I don't know. It's been some months and Sundays since I looked into this. But how many criminals can join the military? I just need some help. I need help with this. How many criminals can join the military? And the United States actually rewards you and says, because you broke the law to get here. Hey, what's up? They say, I'm going to high five you at the border. I'm going to clear your record so that you don't have a criminal record. I'm going to give you the benefits that people that serve in the military get. You're going to become a full-fledged American. And this is a Democratic elder senator from Chicago. They want you to worry about Trump getting in office, and Trump is a devil. We don't question that. But we're trying to say y'all are too, is what we're saying. So we keep saying the fact that you're trying to make him boogeyman, don't scare us like that. When you ain't giving us no money, we still dying under you. We still locked up under you. So we're trying to sit here and say, how is it that you're going to make them the boogeyman concerning Black folks when you are openly letting us know you are against reparations and we see you giving everybody benefits but us? Y'all listen again.
Test back, and you can pass the physical and the required test, background test, the like. You can serve in our military, and if you do it honorably, we will make you citizens of the United States. Do we need that?
So somebody in the audience clearly screamed at him for saying that. So he's responding to presumably another congressperson when they asked him, do we need that? And he says, when he's saying, do we need that? He's going on to explain why. He says America has a crisis. What crisis is that? And I'm going to explain to y'all why they have this crisis. Listen.
You know what the recruiting numbers are at the Army and the Navy and the Air Force? They can't reach their quotas each month. They can't find enough people to join our military forces. And there are those who are undocumented who want the chance to serve and risk their lives for this country. Should we get...
That's so he said, America has a crisis. To where y'all say this the greatest country. Y'all saying Russia is your enemy, China your enemy. Y'all mess making all throughout Africa. You trying to make all the Africans your enemy now. You trying to make, you still got Cuba as your enemy. You still got Venezuela your enemy. The whole wide world is your enemy. Watch this. And America can't even get no recruits for its military. The only thing America imports is war and death. She doesn't have commodities. God, today she don't have no products and services. She got murder and death. And so when you don't have the people that can go out there to do the death dealing for you, God, today, you in crisis. So their brilliant solution is not let's do right by Black people. How about we clear up all Black people's records? How about we start giving them all of the benefits, housing vouchers for if they join the military, we give them housing vouchers. Their times will be even shorter. Their stays in these different countries will be shorter. Y'all not even coming up with no solution for that. But for strangers that ain't got no history with the country, none, but nowhere. It's all over the world. You said these people that could be spies from other countries. Because you're making an announcement. The senator is making an announcement to the world to send you spies. So they're going to infiltrate the military, find out all the American secrets in the military. And the very people that you're trying to make the boogeyman, let's share the secrets with them so we can level up in every way. Why am I bringing up the fact that America has a problem? Because she can't even meet her military quotas, recruitment quotas. Now, I got family. One of my siblings went to a military college and literally made history there. I ain't finna go there right now with the details. Was there for years and years. My grandfather and father fought, in the war. My father, may he rest in power. I'm sure you have plenty of family and loved ones, past and present, that served in the military. Yes? So I'm not sitting here beating up on this and the third, even though I disagree with the American agenda. And hell no, there wasn't no way in the world you're going to be catching me signing up in no military to fight for no devil. But we understand that the thinking and the timing of when our ancestors did different things and what they were trying to accomplish was a little different. Talk Black to me, somebody. But before I make the further point on this immigration issue, do you see how America is in crisis and her empire is dwindling to where she can't even get nobody to sign up for the war? Talk Black to me. Talk Black to me, somebody. She can't even get nobody to sign up for the war. The same way with Ukraine. Did you all know that Ukraine couldn't get nobody to sign up and stuff? So now Ukraine, do y'all know that I think the average age of the Ukrainian fighter is in their 40s? Do you all know, was it a few 100,000 of they folks, they done lost a whole generation. They done killed off all the Ukrainians for America. Even though, Ukrainians, there's a lot of them that's racist and Nazis and terrorists and stuff. But I'm just saying. Then they started to snatch out old vets, and now they're trying to force women and all that into the military. And when the people try to escape into another country, because they like, I'm not finna die for no America in this proxy war, this illegal proxy war with Russia. So not only are we funding all that kind of stuff, I'm trying to show you there's a crisis all over the world, and that they are making alliances. White supremacists are making alliances with immigrants, both legal and illegal, to replace you, Black family. They can't take no chance on you. Now, I don't believe this is the final figure, but I'm just going to give you a little something here. This piece, and they all white supremacist pieces, but there's some veracity to this report on illegal border crossings. Y'all see this headline? It's from FAIR. It says the fiscal burden of illegal immigration on the United States taxpayer 2023 cost study. At the start of 2023, the net cost of illegal immigration for the United States at the federal, state, and local levels was at least, and this says at the beginning of 2023, at least $150.7 billion. FAIR arrived at this number by subtracting the tax revenue paid by illegal immigrants, just under $32 billion, from the gross negative economic impact of illegal immigration, which is $182 billion. In 2017, the estimated net cost of illegal immigration was approximately $116 billion. In just 5 years, the cost to Americans have increased by nearly $35 billion. Of course, there's more than enough overwhelming evidence. By one estimate I saw, someone was actually claiming it was close to 400 some billions. They claimed that we spend a year on immigration. I believe that might have included both legal, but I'm saying that's our reparations, fool. That's one of the payouts of our Black reparations. America, I'm talking about both Democrats and Republicans, none of them are blinking when it comes down to paying zillions of dollars to Israel to commit crimes in the name of America. And billions and billions and billions for all kind of other wars like Ukraine. And billions and more. Don't say the immigration issue in America. We need to call it that other domestic war at home. If we're being honest, all it is a foreign issue. Some of our people are calling the arrival of all these different folks an invasion. And y'all know we love everybody. We know that there are legit regions where sometimes people actually do need to seek refuge when they're a political prisoner or something like that. Like Eric Snowden is safe and sound in Russia. Our sister Asada Shakur is safe and sound, inshallah, still in Cuba. We understand there are extraneous circumstances where that's necessary. And I don't care how upset we get about stuff, Black family, I don't lose sight of that. Especially if they're revolutionary and they righteous. But what we're experiencing ain't that. We're experiencing an invasion and a replacement of the true founding fathers and mothers of this country. Talk Black to me. But I don't want you to forget. And I know y'all like, Vicki, you've been playing this clip literally almost 3 years before Biden was in office. Vicki keeps reminding us when everybody keeps forgetting, when everybody wants us to move on to another subject, Vicki say, nope. You're going to hear this every now and then. Every so often, I'm going to remind you that Jim Crow Joe Biden, who the Democrats refuse to make this news, they keep covering up this level of racism and anti-Blackness while when it was confirmed that he would become president, won the election. He was waiting for that upcoming January to take the oath of office. He said this to a group of useless Black organizations like Reverend Al Sharpton, NAACP, and Urban League type folk. And I'm not saying everybody that's in those organizations are terrible, but for the most part, they are. God, they love y'all, that's good, but most of y'all are terrible and horrible. And remember, Joe, after these Black groups helped to get him elected, 5 seconds later, him and Kamala ignored him. So those Black bootlicks who are the most faithful to Joe Biden, remember they went public and started embarrassing him and Kamala for ignoring them. So that forced Joe Biden to have a meeting with them by Zoom. Somebody say Zoom. God, today. Somebody say Zoom. And in that Zoom meeting that was forced because his most loyal bone and biscuit snitched on him to the mainstream media for ignoring him. All they wanted to do was get a hit of massa. They didn't want reparations. They didn't meet with him to ask him to do nothing. Somebody say Zoom. They weren't sitting down to have no talk about no real Black agenda. They just wanted to be next to massa to just say, we made this happen and we just had to be near you. We had to get our hit. To have nearness to whiteness. So they calm down their demonic shakes They was getting the shakes because they didn't get their hit of massa. So once he met with them via Zoom, all them ninjas let him off. Well, what was one of the things he said to them silly, useless ninjas in the Zoom meeting that helped to get him elected after asking for nothing for us?
The country is doomed. It is doomed, not just because of African Americans, but because by 2040, this country is going to be minority white European. Hear me? Minority white European. And you guys are going to have to start working more with Hispanics.
Joe Biden said that while he was waiting to take the oath of office about 3 years ago. Later on in that Zoom meeting, he actually was cussing at him too. Literally cussing at him, not exaggerating. Yeah, he cussed at him. But he said that America is doomed. Vicki didn't say it. He said it.
Country is doomed. It is doomed, not just because of African Americans, but because by 2040, this country is going to be minority white European.
This is what's freaking out all of America. So their attempts at depopulation, their attempts to replace us with some of their allies from other countries and immigrants, it's not by accident, family. Hell no, I'm not going to let you forget. But what else am I not going to let you forget? What other statement was made that I did a whole broadcast on some months ago? I did it on African Diaspora News Channel. I put it on my other platforms. I put it on another platform I helped to build, Talk Black to Me. What was that, Vicki? Listen, thumbs up, family.
We're short of workers.
Hold on.
We have a population.
Wait, Somebody, who is Chuck Schumer, family? There's a reason I put those faces on the thumbnail. Who is Chuck Schumer? Who is Chuck Schumer? Senior Democrat senator.
Make us stronger now more than ever.
Immigrants.
Now more than ever. We're short of workers. We have a population that is not reproducing it on its own with the same level that it used to. The only way we're going to have a...
Did y'all hear that? He said there's a population that ain't producing babies like they used to, children like they used to. What population is that, family? Didn't our grand scholar, prophetic, our warrior scholar, Dr. Frances Cress Wellen tell us decades ago that all of their fear is a fear of genetic annihilation? She said, whether it's consciously or unconsciously. Didn't our physician, our psychiatrist, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing tell us, not just based on her academia and her degrees, but based on her actual clients, her patients? She said their fear, everything that drives them, she said, is their fear of genetic annihilation. She said, whether it's conscious or unconscious. Joe Biden said America is doomed because of Black folks. Why? Because we got the most melanin. So we scare all of them to death. Think about that. Black people, he said America doomed because of Black people. Then he said it's doomed because white folks in America about to be the minority. Of course, globally, white people are already the minority. Melanated people of the world outnumber them. I think a long time ago, somebody said 11-1, might be more than that. But in America, he said America's doomed because the numbers are going to reflect that they're the minority. Then he said, y'all going to have to work with Hispanics. You see how they was already plotting it, y'all. Y'all know that. Y'all get that, right? Because he said it. Chuck Schumer said the reason we need to let all these illegal immigrants get status, that was the context of that media stakeout that he did. You see him standing there, Chuck Schumer, with other legislators and other immigrant people for the cameras, making the point why we need to let criminals get legal status in America. Vicki didn't say it. I couldn't think of nothing like this.
Stronger now more than ever. Now more than ever. We're short of workers. We have a population that is not reproducing it on its own with the same level that it used to. The only way we're going to have a great future in America is if we welcome and embrace immigrants, the dreamers, and all of them, because our ultimate goal is to help the dreamers, but to pass to citizenship for all 11 million or however many undocumented there are.
He said, however many illegals, however many felons, however many criminals that come from other countries, however many. Black folks are trying to get their records expunged. And in some cases, they don't even qualify. It doesn't matter if it was violent or not. But these criminals from other countries, they said, we finna give them wholesale zings up. We're gonna clean up their records. We're gonna give them all kind of benefits. They get to serve in the military. We're gonna give them citizenship. They're gonna be able to qualify for down payments for housing, like all military folks. Some certain program, Pell Grants and all kind of stuff. Y'all know some of the benefits that certain military folks get to get free education and stuff. We're gonna give them that. They're gonna have good insurance. But homeless black vets who fought Hitler to save some of the very people coming over here telling us that we anti-Semitic, you better, every time I say that, I want to spit. And some of you all, those very ones that call us anti-Semitic, who we saved from Hitler, it was your mothers and fathers that enslaved us and that taught what they call the white Gentiles, the slave system in America. Your own scholars admit this. I don't care if they do or not. It's the truth. But the moment we say that, y'all sit up there, you want us to talk about Anne Frank. Your Holocaust lasted approximately 5 years, most intensely. I was involved, many more people, and 500 years, and his not ended. The world came together to give y'all reparations, and we fought and shed blood while we were still under torture and terrorism. You better America, Chuck Schumer, Joe Biden, you better get out my face. Clara said, wonderful, prophetic, brilliant mind. That is Miss Vicki. Thank you, precious. This is not speculation. Joe Biden, before he got into office, let you know what time it is and said America is doomed in part because of black folks, and it's doomed because white folks are about to be the minority. And this ain't headlines for all of the world. Then he gonna tell us, you're gonna have to work with the Hispanics. He said that. Chuck Schumer said, let's give all the illegals benefits because he said a certain group of people, which are white people, he said they're not producing. Your legislators are telling you what they worried about. They said they ain't producing no babies and stuff. They worried about black folks. Y'all can take us out with no military might. You can take us out with the phallus and a black womb. Do y'all understand this? This is legislation that they are proposing because they know their time is up as it's written. Dick Durbin, senior senator out of Illinois, said, hell, let all of them come. Let them all serve in the military. We're going to bless them. And then he tells you all what mainstream media isn't talking about regularly. How are you going to sit up here in America and boast that you're the greatest country on the planet, not because you're producing nothing except for war and death, but you can't even be that good anymore because you're not even getting no recruits in the military. You sit up here trying to make war with China through Taiwan. You're trying to make war on our borders with Mexico, war with Russia, war with all of Africa, the Sahel, West African countries, everybody, just everybody, because all the resources that's there, everybody in the world needs. You still got the rest of the world in sanctions and stranglehold and manipulating their governments. But you can't even get no recruits. You're missing the quotas every single month for a long time. You're missing all the quotas, all the deadlines for people to serve. The people not. It's And how many of y'all, did y'all hear about, y'all remember when they was kicking out soldiers who refused to take the shot, the COVID shot? How many of y'all remember that? How many of y'all remember that I was one of the first ones to give you a breaking news because of one of the whistleblowers came to me? I gave you all one of the documents that showed what they were doing with the folks in the military. Didn't I? Yeah, certain people rock with your sisters with the curly braids. There's a couple of times where I broke news that should have been national, international. And I'm picky about that because I'm a one-woman show, so I can't vet everything. So y'all know it came from some accurate sources. I can't even respond to all the stuff. Sometimes y'all be sending me stuff. We can't do that. But I helped to break that news because I had direct access from somebody that was in the military. Sent a document concerning COVID. Guess what's happening now? Do you all know that the government, the military is begging all the soldiers that they kicked out, they tell them, please come back now. So when they were censoring Vicki Dillard on all these different platforms, because y'all know they were censoring me before COVID, when they were demonetizing platforms I was on, and I wasn't even getting deep into all that stuff on COVID. That's why I created the wildly successful offline 911 pandemic. How many of y'all attended one of my series that I did with Brother Rizzo? It was a wildly successful event. I did a couple of them, didn't I? Aquarius said, yep, I remember that. And now they're asking them to come back. Y'all think about that. Some of us was willing to say, okay, stop sneaking. We told y'all to wash your hands. We was telling y'all, use bleach, clean up, talk black to me, take a shower sometimes. God, today, mop that floor, wash the dishes. Didn't we say that? We was like, okay, do that. But then when they started telling us to take the shot, and you better take the shot or you're going to lose your whole life, your house, your car, that's when your sister with the curly lights like, wait, whoa, what the hell is going on? What the shot got to do is, remember in the beginning, then they start telling us, don't even go outside to get sunshine. What the heck? That's when I said, wait, hold it, whoa. I told y'all, even some of us, that was because of autoimmune illnesses and other diseases, some of us have been on steroids, biological, some of us done had procedures, some of us done been on unbelievable prescriptions all at one time. We don't care how much, no matter what relationship we had with the pharmaceutical diabolical industry, even they, with their wicked self, didn't say, don't go outside and walk. We knew something was wrong when they say, we're going to shut down the exercise machines and y'all can't even go to the park to get no sunshine. We knew, wait, whoa. Since when, even if you taking a prescription drug, is it not recommended to go walking? We knew, we was like, wait, something wrong right here. This when we start asking questions. And then that's when they start on all these different platforms, just going crazy. These devils are devils, ain't they? God, today they crazy. They some crazy people for real. They crazy. Talk black to me. And then remember in the beginning, at least they was talking about washing your hands in the beginning of the pandemic. Remember? Then all of a sudden they stopped talking about washing your hands. They threw that. They said, we're not even gonna worry about. Stop telling people about disinfecting. Black minds. I was in contact with one of the a brilliant man. He started a business to where he came up with this technology to where he was going into homes and companies, clinics, and all that, to where he could do a filtration system that cleaned up the atmosphere and was able to get a lot of the germs out of the environment. They wouldn't advocate to me. They was telling the people to shut up. They stopped talking about wash your hands. They said all the stuff in the beginning for about 5 minutes. It was about disinfect and wash your hands, and all that went away. It was just shot, or lose your life. I did magic for some of my supporters on my altar. Some of y'all work for the government. I wouldn't tell who you are. But you were under a mandate. It wasn't discretionary. It was mandated. And some of y'all's timelines were getting close. And you were getting scared. Some of you and I told them. And some of them magically got a breakthrough. And all of a sudden, a memo came down saying that it's temporarily suspended for those that didn't get the shot. And they was doing special testing on those in the military because they were mandated everybody in the military. That was some of the information I shared with you when I received this document from somebody that was in the military and stuff. Now, they telling the military folks who they said they lost everything and kicked them out to come back. Y'all better wake up and smell the belongings. I got to go. Now they talking about let all the illegals come in. I saw a thing the other day. Do y'all know now? Y'all, this is crazy. Do y'all know now? Now they trying to blame. And this other piece that I did recently, it's probably going to air on another platform that I'm on. I don't know when, but I'll let you know when. I'll put it on my community page. Everybody, make sure you check my community page on a regular basis because I'm always putting up little messages. But some of y'all, when y'all see me go off, y'all see me go off on X, Twitter X, sometimes on Instagram, sometimes. Sometimes I put little stuff up on Facebook, but not as much. And sometimes I put stuff in my stories. Watch this. Y'all done lost y'all minds and stuff. Now they trying to say, in this one piece report I was reading, then I clicked on it, they got a video. Do y'all know now they trying to, they blaming the immigrants for bringing in that stuff. They trying to say they spreading communicable diseases. Watch this. And of course, we know that might be true, but watch this. Guess who all the faces that when I clicked on the video, the news clip video that was attached to the article, guess whose faces they saying is are the ones that's bringing in diseases? It ain't the Ukrainians. How about that? It ain't them Afghans. They got the blackest of the black, the darkest of the dark, the most beautifully melanated immigrants you can find. That's who it starts out with. Girl. It's all black to me. Somebody said the soldiers are saying hell to no, right, but I'm making the point. The reason why they begging all the soldiers they kicked out to come back who refuse to take the shot is because they can't meet their quotas. They told you that by you being there, it's going to put all the other soldiers' lives at risk. Remember, in your day-to-day life, they told you that if you didn't get the shot, Joy Reid and Don Lemonade, who is now fired from CNN, they were the ones that was pushing that, letting you know you're putting American citizens' lives at risk when you don't get the shot. You who showed no signs of sickness, they said you are the problem. So out of desperation, the very people that they kicked out, because America is so woefully behind on their military quota, they bring in all the people that they said that's responsible, could be responsible for the lives and health of others. They said, come back now. That tells you everything you need to know about that agenda, doesn't it, family? Joy don't even talk about the pandemic no more. The people that told you the whole world is about to end because you won't get a shot. Donna Lemonade, Joyless Reed them were the willful, voluntary black faces to tell you, black folks, because they was having a big problem getting black folks to do it. Remember? They started telling folks in the projects that they would pay for their groceries and give them gift certificates if they get the shot. We knew something was wrong. I gotta go. I love y'all so much. Family, our political position and strategy has not changed. That is what the Democrats can still get our vote if they sincerely and verifiably make the number one issue for us reparations. But they refused. And they still refuse. So they want you to vote for nothing. I always advocate for you to vote locally because there's a more direct effect on your life. But when it comes down to the presidential election, when you have a strategy sometimes of abstention, that is actually doing something. You cannot prove what you've gotten over the past several decades since you've been allowed to vote with no presidential candidate doing anything real substantive and specific for Black folks. So because they claim that they're so desperate to have our votes, and that if they lose even a slight percentage of our votes, it would drastically put the Democrats in big trouble for losses, then we're saying to avoid that, do what your most faithful voting bloc tells you to do. You're supposed to advocate for what the people that vote for you, you're supposed to do what they say. That's how they go. And so because you're unwilling, we're telling you it makes no sense for us to give you our vote. Time is of the essence. Chop, chop. Democrats, chop, chop. But they think they can bypass us and override our importance by making all of these different kinds of alliances for illegal migrants, people that are, when I say criminal, I'm talking about people that violate federal law to get here. And I'm saying it in the context of what they would call us. And we should say hell no to that anyway. How come y'all ain't tagging, writing, and showing up to your politicians telling them how you gonna clean up their record when all of our Black family out here that's trying to expunge their record can't get a clean record? I gotta run. My name is Vicki, Dillard, your sister with the curly braids. Thank you so much for tuning in as I popped up on you on this special day. Beloved, be sure to get on my email list and mark your calendars for January 2nd. That's when it's going down. January 2nd, only $45 to join my mastermind school. I told you, this is not a religious group. This is a spiritual mystery school that will absolutely change your life. Give me 12 months to implement every single month when you get this high-level mastermind. And throughout the year, you're going to get different rituals, and you're going to get all kinds of other benefits as well, and access to each other, because we're creating a type of community. So even once I do the mastermind every month, you're going to have access to each other and access to all kind of yummy stuff. I'm telling you, my team is really doing it up at VickiPlanet.com. Be ready to join. $45, family. Talk Black to me. And that's my 45th birthday. And January 2nd is my birthday. So you can know how much this means to me, for me to spend my birthday with you, to change your life. Remember, everything you see came from everything you can't see. I said everything you see came from everything you can't see. See what I just said? Everything you see came from everything you can't see. So when you spend time in the spirit, you shape your 3D reality. So the first order of business is not to manipulate what you can see with your natural eyes, sense with your nose, taste with your mouth, feel with your hands, hear with your ears. The first thing you do is you go to the unseen so that you can shape the scene. I love you so much. My name is Vicki Dillard. Be sure to share this broadcast, beloved, and get on our email list. Again, in due course, I'm going to be making other programming announcements, different platforms I'm on, different changes related there too. I love you so much. I'm your sister with the curly braids. Shout out to our moderators. Shout out to my sister Aquarius. I saw her in the chat. I hope I didn't miss one of my other moderators, but you all, my moderators are the best. So you won't be offended if I happen to have missed your name. I love you all so much. I can't wait to see you again.